This is Rummy's Corner.
Coming up on March 8th from the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, former WBO heavyweight champion Joseph Parker will square off against Zhang Big Bang Zhilei. This will be featured on the card that is headlined by the showdown between former two-time heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua and former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou. Unlike many, I am extremely fired up for the main event, which I believe provides an intriguing, curious clash of styles. But I am even more fired up to see Zhang versus Parker, and I believe that one provides for an even more captivating clash of styles. It has been more than 7 years since Parker won the vacant WBO belt against Andy Ruiz Jr., where he won a razor-thin 12-round majority decision in a close and competitive affair that many observers believed Ruiz deserved to win. After twice defending that belt, Parker lost the unification bout against Anthony Joshua, which made AJ the unified IBF WBA WBO heavyweight champion. That was Parker's first professional loss, and since that time he has had mixed success. Parker lost his very next fight against Dillian Whyte when he lost a 12-round unanimous decision in a close battle that saw both boxers dropped, and there were a fair share of observers who believed that Parker had done enough to win where he came on strong late. Parker also beat Junior Fa, he won a pair of fights against Derek Chisora, and he got absolutely battered by the aforementioned juggernaut, Joe Joyce. The Joyce loss looked like it might be the end of Parker's reign as a serious title contender, but Parker has bounced back brilliantly since that setback. Indeed, Parker won 4 fights in a row last year, the last of which came against former long-reigning WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder. This battle of former heavyweight champions wound up being a mismatch in favor of Parker. Parker used a clever blend of movement and maneuvering to completely neutralize the lethal right hand of Wilder, where he went on to win a lopsided 12-round unanimous decision. Meanwhile, the 40-year-old Zhang remains a bit of an enigma. The first blemish on his record was against Jerry Forrest 3 years ago. Zhang's mighty power was on full display early when he dropped Forrest in each of the first 3 rounds of the fight. But Zhang slowed down, and Forrest battled his way back into the fight. Zhang was deducted a point for excessive holding in round 9. After the fight, it was revealed Zhang was suffering from low-level renal failure, but he managed to hang on until the final bell, and after 10 rounds, the fight was ruled a majority draw. When Zhang got his next big opportunity, it was against Filip Hrgović. Zhang scored an official knockdown in the opening round, and this one wound up being a highly captivating war that saw both men trading big bombs as each studiously searched for favorable angles. This one had a lot of mini shifts and momentum along the way, and at the end of 12 rounds, Hrgović was awarded a unanimous decision. And given his advanced age, this appeared to be the end of the road for Big Bang Zhang. But like a phoenix rising from the ashes, Zhang resurrected his career when he got the opportunity to face the juggernaut last April, who at that time was widely viewed by many as the 3rd best heavyweight behind only Fury and Usyk. Big Bang Zhang just couldn't miss the mark with that snappy left hand. The ease at which Zhang was tagging Joyce was bad enough when he had 2 good eyes. But as the fight progressed, Zhang inflicted a great deal of damage on Joyce's eye, which only made matters worse. Halfway through round 6, the ringside physician didn't like what he saw, and the referee waved it off. It was the heavyweight upset of the year which really shook up the division. A little over 5 months later, Zhang proved the first fight was no fluke when he won in even more dominant style, knocking Joyce out with a mean right in round 3. That is where things stand, with Parker and Zhang both riding high on a hot streak. Parker has won 4 in a row since losing against Joyce, and his most recent victory is the biggest win of his career when he thoroughly outboxed and outclassed Wilder. and Zhang has won 2 in a row against the previously undefeated and highly regarded Joe Joyce, rebounding nicely from his somewhat controversial loss against Hrgović. Joyce being a key player in these intersecting and overlapping career stories is an interesting one, but not one that weighs very heavily for me when evaluating this particular clash of styles. Zhang fights nothing like Joe Joyce, and Parker fights nothing like Joe Joyce. The Juggernaut is a steady, high-volume accumulation boxer. His style worked incredibly well against Parker, and it was terribly ineffective against Zhang, and that's where the comparisons end for me. The biggest advantages for Parker are stamina, movement, and speed, particularly speed of foot, because Zhang has deceptively quick hands when he fully commits to a volume attack or a sharp counter. Against Wilder, Parker was able to cleverly maneuver and position himself in such a way that he was able to selectively attack without lingering in Wilder's punching range. Zhang being a southpaw presents an entirely different configuration for Parker to contend with, but the basic idea and general approach should basically be the same. Parker is going to want to utilize his superior movement and faster feet, where he can create favorable openings and slip away to safety before eating any return fire. The fact that Zhang has shown some issues with stamina means Parker should try and force him to exert a lot of energy, make him work, and make him work hard to find his range. Zhang's footwork is slower, but it is effective, where he can allow himself to unload with quick, powerful offense. Investing downstairs whenever possible would also help serve Parker in draining Zhang's energy. The biggest advantages for Zhang are his ability to string together nice combinations, and naturally his power. Zhang can bang, and he's very sneaky with his delivery, where he has an uncanny ability of deceiving an opponent, lulling one into a false sense of security before striking with authority. Zhang is going to want to try and study Parker's movement patterns and find ways to bait him into traps where he could pounce on any openings that present themselves before Parker moves out of harm's way with evasive action. But it is also very important that Zhang paces himself accordingly while also earning Parker's respect. Parker can take a good punch, and against Wilder, Parker proved effective in neutralizing Wilder's nuclear right. But Zhang's delivery style is quite different, and not just because of the southpaw stance, but also inherent to his all-around style that has a higher reliance on fundamentals than Wilder's shoot-from-the-hip approach. Beyond that, Zhang's right hand carries a lot of pop too, as he proved against Joyce. At the end of the day, I think the big question is, can Parker survive relatively unscathed before the second half of the fight starts? If he can, and he remains focused and disciplined, I think he probably wins. If he cannot, however, I think it's going to be a long night that favors Zhang. But the thing of it is, at 40 years old with stamina issues, you just don't know with Zhang. And I'm not just talking about the Forrest fight, but also Hrgović. Zhang appeared visibly fatigued at various points later in the fight. But to his credit, he still paced himself in such a way that he remained very dangerous throughout. And that is where I think things do favor Zhang in this matchup. Zhang has much tighter defense than Wilder, and Zhang is outstanding in the art of parrying. He knows how to bide his time in such a way that he can land his explosive power often enough that coasting against him in first gear is no easy feat. And again, he is very clever in the realm of pouncing on the slightest opening to smash an opponent with a powerhouse counter. For my official prediction, I am taking Big Bang Zhang by stoppage. I believe Parker will get off to a decent start, but I believe Zhang is disciplined and smart enough that he will find ways to consistently deliver his power in such a way that it will inflict damage. I believe neutralizing the two-handed power of a fundamentally sound and clever Zhang will prove trickier for Parker than neutralizing Wilder's right hand. And I likewise believe the way Zhang disguises that left will allow him to land it when Parker least expects it. I do believe Parker is brave, talented, and resourceful enough that he will do whatever he can to bide his time and stretch the fight late, where he may find renewed life in the later rounds if Zhang tires himself out. But I otherwise believe a steady dose of calculated attacks and counterattacks from Zhang will take their toll, which I believe will make Parker more vulnerable as it goes. So for my official prediction, I am taking Big Bang Zhang in round 6. But as always, what the hell do I know? I ain't exactly Quasimodo over here. Hell, I picked Wilder to stop Parker in round 2. So that shows how bad my predictions suck, and I very well may be wrong again here. I just think Zhang is going to prove to be a far trickier foe than Wilder was for Parker. But no matter what, I am extremely fired up that this fight is happening, and credit to both Parker and Zhang for making it happen. This is officially the 300th episode of Rummy's Corner, and I can honestly say, I'm as excited to see this one as any fight I've previewed during the relatively short history of the channel. Best of luck to both Parker and Zhang, I cannot wait. So who do you think will win? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and have a wonderful night. This is Rummy's Corner.
You know, Quasimodo predicted all this.